It is officially official. Unrivaled is down bad for Caitlin Clark. And obviously everyone is a bit on bated breath if Caitlin Clark will be one of those people. But no one on bated breath more, it sounds like, than Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, and every investor and person involved in Unrivaled.
After months of speculation, Caitlin Clark has ended the debate. The WNBA Rookie of the Year and Indiana Fever star has confirmed her decision regarding a move to Unrivaled, the groundbreaking 3-on-3 league offering innovation, excitement, and a lucrative paycheck. The basketball world can finally exhale. Her choice is definitive.
ESPN have essentially confirmed. They have confirmed that Caitlin Clark will not play in Unrivaled.
Caitlin Clark's decision to prioritize her WNBA career over joining Unrivaled has sparked reflection among fans and analysts. This wasn't just about one player. It symbolized the potential to reshape women's basketball. Could a star like Clark have propelled an emerging league to new heights? For now, her focus remains clear. Caitlin Clark's decision to stay with the WNBA isn't just a choice. It's a statement about priorities, legacy, and career evolution. While Unrivaled's bold campaign aimed to redefine the game, it ended as one of the year's biggest marketing missteps. What does Clark's choice mean for the basketball world, and how will it shape the future of emerging leagues?
Has decided not to do Unrivaled, even though Aaliyah Boston's doing it, Lexi Hull is doing it, Kate Martin is doing it, and despite all the rumors, and I'm sure the push that was put on her. But Clark has all the leverage in this situation, and I'm not saying she flexed it, but she was comfortable enough in her position to make the decision, and it appears that answer is...
How does a league that hasn't played a single game generate buzz-rivaling championship teams? Enter Unrivaled's aggressive marketing strategy, which positioned Caitlin Clark as the league's focal point, even before she committed. From the moment Unrivaled launched, Clark's name became a magnet for attention. Fans dissected Easter eggs hinting at her involvement, while reports swirled of a jaw-dropping offer, a Messi-like deal exceeding $1 million for a 6-week season, equity, and revenue shares. To further stoke the flames, Unrivaled signed her close friends and teammates, including Lexi Hull, Kate Martin, and Aya Boston, amplifying rumors of Clark's imminent arrival. They even secured a partnership with her longtime sponsor, State Farm, leaving little doubt about their intentions. Why such lengths? Because the Caitlin Clark effect is undeniable. As one of women's basketball's brightest stars, her influence extends far beyond the court. The league's hype machine was in overdrive ahead of its November 20th roster reveal, promising a groundbreaking foundation for the future. With Clark at the center of their ambitions, Unrivaled bet big on redefining the game.
Unrivaled did the funniest thing last night that got a lot of us hooked in. Let me explain what I'm talking about. So just last night, Unrivaled put out this...
The night before the reveal, Unrivaled teased a cryptic 22-minute roster announcement video, a nod to Caitlin Clark's jersey number. With 2 roster spots still open, speculation reached a fever pitch, leaving fans buzzing ahead of the big reveal.
The very end reminds you once again 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. Eastern Time. 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. is a very specific time frame and a very specific amount of minutes for a video to be 22 minutes. Obviously, we all know that Caitlin Clark is number 22, and that has been the person that has been the most anticipated person that people either want to see in Unrivaled or people are just waiting to see if she is going to do it or not.
Fans braced for a headline-grabbing reveal as every tweet, teaser, and strategic leak seemed to scream, "Caitlin Clark is coming." But when the much-anticipated day arrived, the 22-minute roster announcement video left viewers confused, frustrated, and still without answers. The wildcard spots remained unfilled, and the name everyone hoped to hear, Caitlin Clark, was absent. Unrivaled had built its narrative around making Clark the centerpiece, yet failed to secure the star herself. Fans quickly flooded social media, calling the spectacle a clown show, blatant bait and switch, and beyond frustrating. What should have been a defining moment for the upstart league turned into a PR disaster. The reliance on cryptic hints and unfulfilled hype transformed a golden opportunity into a glaring misstep that left fans questioning the league's credibility.
They tried to do everything they could to make the most of the situation. They tried to make the most of Caitlin Clark not playing by hinting everything and basically making people think that Caitlin Clark was going to play.
There's no denying that Unrivaled proved one thing. Women's basketball has the power to dominate headlines and spark debate. By crafting an aura of exclusivity and mystery, the league captured the attention of millions, even if the payoff fell short. But without its most marketable star, can Unrivaled truly thrive? Or has this spectacle done more harm than good to a league still fighting to establish its credibility?
A basketball question. Yeah. I know that you work really hard in the off-season. You said yesterday you're always trying to get better. Mm-hmm. What's the thing that you're working on in this off-season?
I think, honestly, besides the actual basketball skill part of it, I think getting stronger. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm in the weight room a lot, just building that strength. Obviously, it was hard going right from the college season to the professional season. You don't get to spend a lot of time in the weight room. So that's what I've tried to focus on the most here. And then obviously, a lot of things on the court. I'm always wanting to get better, and that's kind of what drives me, and I love it. I love getting to do it, and I feel very fortunate that it's
After weeks of mounting speculation, the basketball world finally got its answer. Caitlin Clark would not be joining Unrivaled. ESPN broke the news just hours after the league's highly anticipated roster announcement, sending shockwaves through the sports world. This marked the definitive end to weeks of rumors that had dominated conversations. Curiously, Clark herself remained silent. No statements, social media posts, or interviews. Her quiet stance stood in stark contrast to the noise surrounding her name, leaving fans and analysts speculating about her reasons. This absence of commentary only magnified the impact of ESPN's report, turning her decision into an even greater topic of intrigue across the basketball community.
Unfortunately, for some, and fortunately if you just like Caitlin Clark playing, she's not going to be playing. But at least it means it's less likely she gets injured before the WNBA.
For the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark's decision was a major win. Her choice to focus on her WNBA career reaffirmed her commitment to a franchise relying on her star power for its resurgence. Fever fans took to social media, expressing relief and optimism. "This is exactly what we hoped for," one wrote, highlighting the confidence her decision brings to the team's future. Many also felt reassured that avoiding Unrivaled reduced Clark's risk of injury before her sophomore season.
Some of y'all were very happy that she's not doing Unrivaled, as to stick it to the people who treated her poorly.
On the other hand, Unrivaled faced a public relations crisis. After weeks of teasing Caitlin Clark as a potential signing, her absence from the inaugural roster highlighted the risks of relying too heavily on her name. The infamous 22-minute roster reveal, filled with Easter eggs hinting at her involvement, sparked outrage as fans accused the league of overselling a possibility they never controlled.
They released a 22-minute long video for no reason, and for some reason started it with a timer. So, yeah, there is a random timer for no reason. For absolutely no reason. There is a random timer now counting down for the first 2 minutes of this video.
Beyond the frustration, the conversation shifted to Caitlin Clark's reasoning. Many pointed to her grueling schedule, having transitioned straight from a historic college season to an exceptional rookie year. "She's earned the right to step back," one fan commented, applauding her decision to prioritize recovery and longevity over immediate financial gain. At its core, Clark's choice highlighted the immense pressure athletes face at the crossroads of talent, marketability, and constant media scrutiny. By stepping away from Unrivaled, Clark spared herself from additional demands, reinforcing her position as a unique force in women's basketball. Her decision wasn't just personal, it symbolized her confidence in the WNBA's growth and potential for evolution.
Basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so
I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast. And then I came here and was trying to give everything I could to this team and kind of move on and put all that behind me and help this team, get back to the playoffs. So I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back.
As the dust settled, the spotlight shifted to Unrivaled's next steps. Could the league recover from the hype they failed to deliver on? For Caitlin Clark, what did this mean for her journey with the Fever and the future of the WNBA? While Unrivaled may have missed its golden opportunity, Clark's unwavering focus on her role with the Indiana Fever showcased her understanding of the bigger picture, the growth of the WNBA, and her pivotal place as its cornerstone.
Unrivaled just announced their rosters for this upcoming season while simultaneously pulling off the biggest troll in sports history.
Clark's rookie season didn't just elevate her own status. It redefined the perception of women's basketball as a whole. From packed arenas to record-breaking viewership, her mere presence created a seismic shift in how the league was viewed. During her debut season, 21 broadcasts featuring Clark drew over 1 million viewers each, an unprecedented achievement in the WNBA's 27-year history. To put it in perspective, only a handful of games crossed that threshold in the previous decade. In fact, Clark's viewership outpaced even many NBA games this season. But it wasn't just about TV ratings. The Indiana Fever's home games became a spectacle, breaking attendance records game after game. A franchise that once struggled to fill seats suddenly averaged over 17,000 fans per game. Opposing teams began booking larger venues just to accommodate the demand whenever Clark came to town. Her influence extended beyond stats and accolades. Clark's unselfish playstyle elevated her teammates, turning the Fever into legitimate playoff contenders for the first time in years. Her record-breaking assists weren't just numbers. They symbolized a new era of team-oriented basketball that was both entertaining and effective. Clark reignited excitement for women's basketball on a scale that many had only dreamed of.
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day. I wouldn't expect anything less than that.
More history for the Fever rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
The question now isn't just how Clark will shape the Fever, but how she'll continue reshaping the entire landscape of women's sports. With a new year on the horizon, Clark's influence is set to grow even larger. The Caitlin Clark effect raises the question, how far can it go? And what does her presence mean for the WNBA's future as it seeks to capitalize on this unprecedented momentum? Unrivaled entered the spotlight with high hopes of revolutionizing women's basketball. But Caitlin Clark's decision to decline their offer left the league at a crossroads. The backlash revealed a deeper issue: Unrivaled's over-reliance on one player's star power to drive its debut. By focusing so heavily on Clark, they unintentionally exposed a gap in their roster-building strategy. While the league features prominent WNBA stars like Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, the absence of Clark, the most marketable figure, created an undeniable void. Critics questioned whether Unrivaled's vision could truly thrive without her. Analysts noted that the league's success would ultimately depend on its ability to captivate fans with dynamic gameplay and compelling matchups, even without Clark.
See how Unrivaled does without Caitlin Clark? They could still succeed, but we know what it would have meant if they had secured her on one of those rosters.
Clark's decision wasn't just a rejection of Unrivaled. It was a statement about priorities. Her focus on recovery set a powerful precedent for athletes in the spotlight, encouraging others to prioritize their health. For Clark, this choice reinforced her position as a cornerstone of the WNBA. Her belief in the league's potential to thrive through collective talent and dedication highlighted her role as both a leader and an ambassador for the sport. As Unrivaled charts a new path and the WNBA continues to rise, Clark's influence looms large. She's not just shaping her legacy, she's redefining the narrative of what women's basketball can achieve on its own terms. Caitlin Clark's decision not to join Unrivaled was more than a momentary headline. It was a defining statement in her storied career. While some viewed her choice as a missed opportunity for the new league, it only underscored her commitment to the WNBA and her long-term vision for the sport.
In sports, it's a big opportunity to be a part of this rising tide that we're all experiencing. Everybody in this company's all in. Everybody in this city's all.
Her first year as a professional wasn't just remarkable, it was revolutionary. Clark shattered 62 records, delivered must-see performances, and revitalized a franchise that had languished in obscurity for years. She became synonymous with excellence, leading the Indiana Fever to their first playoff berth since 2016, proving that her talent wasn't just hype, it was transformative. Fans now eagerly await her sophomore season, and the stakes couldn't be higher. With teammates like Aaliyah Boston providing a dominant presence in the paint, Kelsey Mitchell's all-around scoring, and Lexi Hull's sharp shooting from beyond the arc, the Fever are poised for a breakout year. Clark's chemistry with this young, dynamic core could make Indianapolis a true powerhouse in the league.
The future is so bright, and our ultimate goal is to hang another banner in the field house. And our ultimate goal is to come back in here after we win that championship and celebrate again like we did in 2012.
Expectations aren't just high, they're sky high. Yet Clark's influence transcends the game itself. She has become a cultural icon, a beacon of possibility for women in sports. At just 22, she is redefining what it means to be a leader, not just on the court, but in life. Her effect on the WNBA is undeniable. Attendance records, broadcast viewership, and merchandise sales soared during her rookie season, marking the beginning of what many are now calling the Clark era. Analysts have drawn comparisons to legends like Michael Jordan and Serena Williams, not just for their dominance, but for their ability to elevate their entire sport. Clark's trajectory suggests she may achieve similar heights, but what truly sets her apart is her vision for the future. By rejecting external gimmicks and staying loyal to the WNBA, she affirmed her belief in its ability to grow organically through talent and teamwork. She's not just shaping her own legacy, she's laying the foundation for a new golden age in women's basketball. As Clark enters her second season, one thing is clear: her story is just beginning. The basketball world isn't merely watching, it's rallying behind her. With every record she breaks and every milestone she reaches, Clark inspires fans, players, and an entire generation to dream bigger. This is more than a career. This is a movement. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's redefining its future. The future is here, and Caitlin Clark is leading the way. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.